Hi, this is Chuck Oliver. Excited to talk to you about this week's Hidden Wealth Review. First thing I want to talk to you about is how you can thrive in retirement by getting rid of unnecessary taxes. We had a client this week that shared with me literally after multiple financial advisor interviews because she's wanting someone to teach her how she can retire. Her husband's already retired. He's several years older. They're already being forced into higher marginal tax brackets because of his required minimum distributions, has a zero survivor pension, and she is considerably younger, likely will live another 20 years even after his passing. And she's very concerned because all of her money is stuck in tax deferred accounts in her retirement account that she's going to be forced to start taking money out of that. And she said, Chuck, I literally got down to like the fifth person we had interviewed and thought I really liked the person. And when I asked about how are these taxes going to be addressed with my husband as well as my account, since almost all of our money is in tax deferred, he said, well, the two things that you can be sure of as a guarantee are death and taxes. And she said, I knew right then in the end, he wasn't our person. And what I love about the Hidden Wealth Solution is you put an emphasis on taxes and the removal of unnecessary taxes. Folks, there couldn't be a more important time. I think of these clients with a rental property to sell. I think of all the money that's trapped in these tax-deferred accounts. And I know now getting down to Biden, right, and Bernie, both have major tax plans. But Bernie's is for sure worse. Biden's is not great. Biden wants to have almost a 40% capital gain tax rate. So if you have a highly appreciated asset that you're selling, like a rental property or a business or a stock, he wants to tax you 40%. But worse than that, he wants to get rid of what's called the step up in basis, meaning I've got a client whose mother paid for her house literally 50 years ago for like $68,000. That house today is worth almost $3 million in Southern California. If when she passes, he would get traditionally before Biden, he would get a step up in basis, meaning whatever the value of the property was at the time of his mother's passing, because his father just passed, then there'd be no capital gain because he could inherit it at that step up in basis and then sell it. Now he's going to be looking at almost a $3 million capital gain. And if it's at 40%, you do the math. Now, here's the good news. These folks learned how to get rid of their husband's required minimum distribution, put them in a lower marginal tax bracket, untax a good portion of her retirement accounts, do Roth conversions, build an income that won't tax them to the max, and then replace the pension that would be lost with her husband of 17 years, her senior. Folks, whether you're trying to get to retirement or through retirement, just like this couple, one's trying to get to, the other spouse is already trying to find a better way through, you can do something about it. Go to taxessaved.com. That's taxessaved.com. And in the heart of this tax season, learn how to save the most amount of tax money in 2020. Trump's not a shoo-in for re-election. So make sure you have a Trump re-elected tax plan and what if Trump's not re-elected tax plan to be sure you're on the right retirement road for not just taxes, but market protection. And the market's going to continue to be volatile regardless of a coronavirus. And it's unfortunate for those circumstances, but it's going to get even more contentious and more volatile the closer we get to election day. And if you want to learn how to really protect yourself with the unknown of Trump either getting reelected this time or obviously only having 4 more years, this is this 4.5 year roughly window that you have to take advantage of saving tax money in 2020. And I want to get you my guide, Retirement and Your Taxes, how to get the IRS out of your IRAs and protect Uncle Sam from your children and grandchildren's inheritance. And I want to make sure that you learn how. Go to taxessaved.com, taxessaved.com, and request a saving tax optimization plan analysis. Don't worry, there's no sales pitch. There's no worn out Wall Street traditional broken record, message, but learn things of how to reinvent your retirement, remove unnecessary taxes, protect your inheritance. And by requesting that analysis, I want to get you that guide. It's insightful with the Tax Cut and Jobs Act and how to take advantage of your tax situation, why we have Trump, as well as the Secure Act and what that changed as it relates to inherited IRAs that unfortunately are under attack and your inheritance is at risk, but you can learn how to unrisk your inheritance. Lastly, I want you to look at a link that I put at the bottom of this video blog email. My youngest son is an aspiring vocalist. I'm so proud of him. He's releasing his first song. In fact, he just released it. And I'd love for you to click the link and hear my youngest son, Drake Oliver. I rarely talk about family, but in this particular case, I'm so proud of him. He's a freshman in college pursuing a music business degree, and he's learning the ins and outs of contract rights and all kinds of neat stuff, but he's an aspiring vocalist, and I'd love for you to listen to the song he just cut that is a cover that is his first song out with many songs to come. And you can click the link and let me know what you think of my son as a vocalist. Folks, you worked hard for your money. Let me teach you how to protect your money in 2020. Taxessaved.com.